G'day, Alex here from Tactical Arbitrage, and in this video we're going to start looking at the filters. Now filters are great because it'll take your search results, and as it's searching those results and finding items to add to your view data page, it's going to remove anything you've put in the filters here to essentially filter out. So for example, if you said remove ranks over 100,000, it's not going to bother to add those products to your view data page for you to analyze further later. And the first filter we're going to have a look at is arguably the most important filter of the bunch. It's called source price adjustments. Now what do source price adjustments mean? Source price adjustments means it'll take your source price. So let's say you've got a toy on target and it's going to cost you $10 for that toy. And it'll take the instructions that you've placed in the filters here, and it will make some mathematical calculations and attribute that towards your view data page and your overall equation and give you a more accurate return on investment accordingly. So let me put that into layman's terms. You've got your $10 target toy, and let's say you've discovered that Target has a 20% off this particular category sale. So let's put 20% here. Now suddenly Tactical Arbitrage is calculating your gross return on investment using not $10 toy, but an $8 toy, because it's taken into account this 20% off reduction and it's applied that sum to the overall outcome. Why 3 boxes though? Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting, and again, the people who use these boxes are going to have an advantage because you're more likely to see products filter in to your gross return on investment thresholds if you've used these percentage store price reductions, making your overall outcome and gross profit better and able to filter into your view data page. So why the 3 boxes? The first box is traditionally used for a store-wide or category-wide sale, say 20% off, 10% off, buy one get one free, you'd put 50% off there, or buy one get 50% off, you'd put 25% off there. And the second box would be used for cashback sites. Let's say one of the more common ones is Ebates, for example. Let's say Ebates is having a double down day and they're having 6% off at Target as well. And we put another 6% off there. And so it's going to then take your $8 and then remove another 6%, which I think is, say, 48%. So you're going to end up with, say, $7.52 before we start looking at the equation. So let's go a little bit further and we go, all right, now I'm going to also have a look for some gift cards from some of the major gift card sites like Ray's or, say, Gift Card Granny, for example. And that's where you'd put in here, say, let's say you've got a gift card for 93 cents in the dollar, then that would be, say, another 7% off here. So once we've taken another 7% off, $7.52, we're starting to get down to around more like the $7 mark. And then that $7 is what is used in the calculation to work out your gross return on investment. So store price reductions is really, really good, and you must use this as often as you can. Now, you can quickly find out using this little coupon icon here if there's anything that's obvious to put in the store price reductions box number 1. And I'm going to click on that and show you this Retail Me Not site. Now, Retail Me Not is basically trying to tell us about Fat Brain Toys because I have Fat Brain Toys selected in the drop-down menu up here. Now, I would have to scroll through here, and it depends on what page you're currently searching or wanting to search to see whether or not there is going to be any discounts for that store. Or you may have signed up to one of the many groups out there that actually help you find these store price discounts. I can think of a couple such as the Step Ahead group and the Tactical Bucket group, to name a couple, that have this kind of information to help you find the data to put in these boxes. But that is store price reductions, and again, one of the most important filters that you will use while operating the product search page. Now, the second filter is much simpler to explain, and it is the state sales tax filter. Now keep in mind that even if you are in a sales tax state, you may be able to apply for an exemption store to store. There is certainly some steps you can do to minimize whether you pay sales tax or not. And of course, there are also sales tax free states, and you may be lucky enough to be in one of those, or you may be lucky enough to be using or I should say smart enough to be using a FBA prepping and shipping type of business to help you prep and ship your goods, also in a 0% sales tax state. Now, if you are in a 0% or using a 0% sales tax service, then you simply leave this blank. However, if you are not and you have not currently got an exemption, that is where you would enter the sales tax percentage there. And that will accordingly, again, increase your source price. And that is the source price adjustments filters, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.